What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is Friday, March 22nd, 2024. We are glad you are here. We are glad to talk some wrestling today, but we hope you have a start to a great weekend coming up because we're only 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. Maggie, as we start every show, how the hell you doing?
This year sucks, bro.
I know. I know.
This year sucks so much. Thank God for wrestling. Okay. Thank God for wrestling. If you guys have a good resolution on your computer, my eyes are still kind of sore. I'm kind of ready. They're like the skin is peeling off, but I have a lot of side health problems which I am trying to take care of. It sucks. I'm off of work and I'm missing on a full week of pay. So, that mind you, guys, hi. Welcome to our show. Please, for the love of God, send us your super chats. It's the bottom of the live chats, is the little dollar sign to support us. Send us money because I am so not taking this well. I've been off of social media because, that's just how I deal when it comes to, health issues. Thank you, Doc. We are going to say hi to you later. Let me just get, my regular stuff off the way. Yes, send us a super chat. You can send us also a humper chat at humperchats.com. Any amount gets your statement or question read on the air. Subscribe to Fightful Overbooked. Subscribe to Fightful on the main channel on YouTube. Also, subscribe to Fightful Select. It helps us a lot. It helps us support our staff. It also gives you an opportunity to join the Discords. What is it called? A Discord.
Yeah, the
Discord. Yeah,
Discord. Like,
yeah,
like
the
Discord.
Discord, the Fightful Select Discord. It's a term that I have yet to discover what it means because I am a noob and I have no idea how technology works. But we are gonna start off the show now. Thank you, Chris, our wonderful friend, for sending us a super chat. Thank you, Chris, and
Ryan sends
thank you,
us a super
Ryan.
chat. Maggie is sick and Rob is sick. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could. I didn't even know they had sick in Bulgaria by that
Yeah,
time.
apparently,
That was for
apparently,
Ryan.
we do have sick in our country because I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show, but one of my colleagues, she's 23 years old, and she has, I don't know what you guys call it in English, but she has a major problem with her back from freaking deadlifts.
Ah,
She's a fitness junkie, and she's, really, really muscular, and she's 23, and she never ever for the rest of her life has to lift anything heavy. And
ah.
that's absolutely killing her. And she's been off of work for 2 months, and now I'm off of work, and everyone at the bar is going crazy right now. It's just,
uh,
yeah, that's why I'm keep saying that I hate this year. I
yeah.
freaking hate it. Again, thank God for wrestling.
Well,
Thank
let's talk
God for
about.
wrestling.
Well, mm, let's talk about something that irritated the hell out of me and a lot of people. A lot of
Yeah.
people. His name is Bill Goldberg, and he made some comments yesterday on a podcast that did not sit well with a lot of us, and it was so freaking irritating. He was on a podcast called Nothing Left Unsaid with Tim Green, and I'll just say this: it would have been better left unsaid.
Yeah, I wish he,
So,
I wish he could sense the room.
so I I'm gonna read the quote because if you don't know what he said, this is gonna sound it's not gonna give any like clarity of what we're talking about because I do know there's people that do not go on Twitter that have no idea what's going on with this. Like I know there's a few people that listen to our podcasts that that I talk to, not through Twitter, that listen, and they're smart. They don't get on Twitter. And
Well, if they watch our show, they're smart.
well, yeah, they are. That's true. But anyways, this is what Goldberg said. I'll read it verbatim as the quote we have here. This is what he said when asked if there was any ill will towards him from his time in WCW. That happened. That happened after I got there. A girl beat my undefeated streak. I can't remember. Asuka is her name. Some Japanese girl. They touted her as being the one to have the longest winning streak. It just so happened that it culminated when I got there. Culminated rather when I got there. It just so happened that every single wrestler uses a spear in their moves. It's pretty ironic that happened when I got there, he said. Yeah. Okay.
No. That is the definition of reaching. By the way, there's so many wrong things in this statement. That is the epitome of misogyny in my eyes. Because how can you dismiss Asuka as some girl? That is like if you want to say that you have no idea what's been going on in wrestling when you haven't been a part of it, might as well say it and not say something so ridiculously misogynistic. So, by the way, there is such a thing as too much Star Wars because it's not Ahsoka. Jesus, how can you? I mean, how can you
Well, I
claim
guarantee
to
you,
be?
he didn't know
I
it was
know, I
either.
know, I know. I'm just, that's me. I'm searching for positives. Maybe he likes Star Wars. I don't give a crap. So, yeah, I know, I understand. So, how can you not have any idea what's been going on in wrestling? How can you claim to be a part of the wrestling world and not know who Asuka is? I mean, he just dismissed her and dismissed everything that she accomplished in WWE. Now, granted, I haven't been on board with a huge percentage of her booking on the main roster. I get it. It doesn't mean that I haven't been enjoying her in-ring ability. Asuka's one of the all-time greatest female wrestlers, Joshi wrestlers also. Um, so this 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 would have been kind of acceptable if she wasn't a part of WWE. And I'm just saying kind of, because let's say that Goldberg only watches WWE television. Let's just say that. But like for her to be there and to be featured, and granted, she was such a big deal for women's wrestling in WWE at that time when she had an undefeated streak. I mean, she was called up to the main roster without anyone beating her over at NXT. And this was just too much, okay? And for me, it's easier for me to be so not surprised because I was never a fan of Goldberg. That's yeah, and like people who watched WCW at the time when Goldberg was a beast there and had an undefeated streak, and they were a fan of Goldberg. I suppose that this is way harder on those people, to be so greatly disappointed and at everything that he keeps throwing out there. But I was never a fan of Goldberg, and I when he came to WWE, I never got, I knew what he accomplished in the past, but I was never a part of it, and that's why it's so easy for me to
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know what you're saying there.
Mhm.
The thing is it's like I said yesterday. It was stupid as hell. He made himself look like a dipshit more than anything, and he's done that before. He's made himself look stupid. Like the fact that didn't, he just dismissed her, like just dismissed her. I think's what made this awful and worse. Like just like eh, like some girl, and then he just
Some girl that was so freaking stupid.
yeah, and then you got. I mean, the thing is like I've said, wrestle. We all say things stupid. We all say stupid things. We all sometimes do stupid things. I mean, we have in our lives. You know what? Asuka's never made a main event suck because she headbutted a freaking door. You know,
Yeah. She
she's never
also
done that.
never almost ended a career. She never concussed anyone. You
And
know,
it's you got and for for me and you to rip somebody like a wrestler on this show is very rare. This might be like one of the first or second times. Like it just annoyed the shit out of me that he even went that route.
it is
Um,
incredibly annoying. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but like I will never be okay with a dude dismissing a woman which has busted her ass to make women's wrestling matter.
yeah.
And that's just fucking bugging the hell out of me.
So this was now I'm going to read it for the people that only listen to the podcast, but here's a tweet that this kind of was from I cannot remember when this was, but it was obviously a couple of years ago because Scott Hall was
Of
still
course.
alive and he replied to it. Asuka said, I respect Goldberg so much. He is amazing. I am honored to be the undefeated champion with the longest streak in WWE history. Scott Hall's reply was, You're much more talented than Goldberg. Scott Hall is roasting him still from the grave.
Yes. Yes.
And my God. At X Pac this morning on Twitter, he just posted a photo of himself, Scott Hall, and Asuka. Just that was it. That's all. He didn't put any words. Just that. So
Didn't have to.
yeah, I didn't have to. And just man. And I haven't looked at the SmackDown card for tonight, so I don't know if she's wrestling. But I would absolutely love it more than anything if Asuka hit somebody with a spear tonight.
I okay. This has to happen now because I thought about it and I'm like, they need to give her a huge push now because yes, thank you, Supi. Thank you. So I mean that's the that's the least they can do, right? I mean, give
I just hope that happens. That would just be great. I know Io's wrestling, so let's just have a moment where Asuka just
you know
the
what?
ref's
No,
not paying.
everyone who's competing in the ring tonight
Yeah,
has
everybody just hits
has
spears.
just hit spears all the time. Even people
Yeah,
who have never ever used a spear in
yeah.
their arsenal
Hell, let
ever.
fans do it. I know somebody I know somebody that's at the show tonight. Let them do it. He's a huge wrestling fan, so let him go.
Yeah, so like
Yeah,
just everyone spear
that's the
everyone.
this is the problem. That's right. Asuka's
Yeah,
injured.
Oscar's still injured. Hello everyone in the chat. So yeah, so this is bugging the hell out of me, and like the really dumb thing is that it's not as if people people have used the spear for a long time, and what that's what I said, that this was, the definition of reaching, because Goldberg hasn't invented the spear, right? Like a lot of people have used the spear, and
Um,
for him, to be reaching that hard, Also, Sean pointed out something, having in mind how incredibly overused the super kick is right now in this day of wrestling. You don't hear Shawn Michaels bitching on about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as far as Goldberg, I mean,
he should be proud that people are using the spear, right?
yeah, but he's not making any money off of it, so he doesn't really.
Is Shawn Michaels making money off of, even Nick Nemeth, ex Dolph Ziggler, tuning up the band and everything? That's paying homage to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing. I don't. Eh, it's just frustrating, and there's really nothing else I can say. The only thing I can really say is Brett was always right. So
Brett was always
but
right.
but that's the thing. I will always say that, and it doesn't matter.
Even if Brett wasn't right, he's
Yeah,
still right.
even it wasn't, he was so right.
All right.
So just irritating. But yeah, he doesn't deserve any more attention.
Yeah, but
So
like it's something that pissed both of us off immensely, and that's why we're talking about it. Also, people are talking about it.
yeah, I know. It's just
Also,
it's it's too bad, It really is. It just sucks.
it is because Asuka, even if he didn't want to do that, he kind of shit on Asuka a lot.
Oh, he
And
did.
like,
Yeah.
and like, dude, like, who the fuck are you? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not gonna dismiss his accomplishments, even though I really want to, because I could never do anything that Goldberg has done. But like, why would you throw it out all of it out the window? Just so like you can still be a big wrestler without diminishing everything that the wrestlers of today are doing. Like you don't need to be petty like that.
Yeah. Oh no, I saw it, Chris. I'll read it right now. Goldberg is the dumbest person I know, and I know Ospreay. Me and David Finlay, probably. I would rather watch a bout with Goldie Hawn than Goldberg. Yeah.
I've never in my life
Overboard.
said to
What up?
myself, yeah, I've never ever in my life said to myself, I think I'm gonna watch a Bill Goldberg match. I've never said that. Yet I've said a lot of times, I think I'm gonna watch an Oscar match.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah. It's man. It's weird. It really is.
It's not. It's stupid. It's misogynistic. Some girl, dude. You better check yourself, okay?
Before you get wrecked yourself. Yeah. Well, you know what? Like more than anything, you know what I won't do next year or later this year. I will not watch Santa Slay with Bill Goldberg. I will not do it.
Is this Goldberg?
Yeah, that was a movie he was in yeah, in 2005 he was in Santa Slay. That dipshit was in he was Santa Slay. Yep.
Sly.
Yeah, Santa Slay.
Really? Okay, I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yeah, and neither did anybody else.
Yeah.
Nobody else saw her.
You know what? Just because I really want to, celebrate women right now. Do
Yeah,
you mind
women.
if we do the Cooper effect right now?
Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do it. Let's say hell with it. Let's do it. We live life on the edge here.
Living on the edge.
Here we go.
Okay, guys. Hi. So, because it's a woman that is the hero of the story here, that's why I really wanted us to talk about this. So, a school bus driver named Kia, she saved all of the children on her bus from a major explosion. So she was driving the bus to school when she smelled smoke, And then she realized that, the bottom of the school bus was caught on fire. So she stopped the bus and she got all of the children off the bus. Then she got on, turned off the engine and everything, and then she got off, and she made 3 steps, and then the bus exploded. This was right out of an action movie.
I know, 3 steps. Damn.
3 steps, and then the bus exploded. She's such a hero because I cannot pronounce her last name. Her first name is Kia. Um, Kudos to that bus driver for being so empathetic and rescuing all the children from kindergarten to 8th grade. So like that's a big range of.
Yeah, absolutely. Good for her. I
Yeah,
mean,
so good for her. She rescued, a lot of children. She's being honored, and she's called a hero. She herself calls a hero one of the girls who who caught her attention and said that she saw smoke coming out of the bus. So Kia calls one of her girls on the bus a hero. Women can get the job done. So
yes, they
kudos to
can.
Kia. We adore Kia. I'm glad that people like her are out there. Did Goldberg ever do that? No, I don't think so. So like,
Yeah. So
carry on.
no, very cool for her, and that's awesome that she did that. I mean, and I'm willing to bet that she wasn't her, like, the only thing on her mind was getting those kids to safety. Like, I mean,
The only thing
that's
on her mind, the absolutely only thing. And the moment she realized, because not only that, by the way, but like she performs maintenance on the bus herself every day before that, before you know, the bus
mhm,
goes out.
damn.
So she knew
Well,
right away that something wasn't okay.
yeah, that's good. I'm glad she was there for that. Well, let's talk about. I'm gonna skip this. No, we're gonna go ahead and talk about it right now. So something else that was interesting yesterday from it wasn't necessarily a podcast. It was more of a Q&A, like that Ronda Rousey was doing, promoting her new book that's coming out. Um, what she said was, I was going to talk more shit in my book, especially about John Laurinaitis and Bruce Pritchard. Bruce Pritchard. She said, the only thing that really held me back was the number of words I was allowed to have in this book. We were held to 90,000 words, and I was going to talk so much more about John Laurinaitis and Bruce Pritchard. We had to streamline everything and take a detour on these old bastards. There was a lot more, but I had to get down to the meat and potatoes. I mean, she's been all over Bruce, like, whenever she gets a chance. I mean, she has every right to feel the way she does. It's very interesting. I wish, I mean, from the standpoint of being a wrestling fan, I kind of, obviously, I'd love to hear her story on this. It's That's from the news side of things. But what do you get at? What do you think of what she said? What's your thoughts?
Well, I so I know a lot of people, me included, that I we were never a fan of Ronda Rousey's second run in WWE, because it was um her first run. She was just so incredibly happy to be there, and she loved wrestling, and you could see how much she adored wrestling. But in her second run, she always looked kind of bitter. But
Yeah,
we're talking about this right now. Like, we're talking about, the fact that I respect the hell out of her for not keeping her mouth shut about it. And she doesn't have to, because she's not there anymore. And it, I mean, she's been pretty vocal about a lot of stuff that went out, and probably I respect her for that, because if if you're a woman and you're that vocal, maybe you can inspire other women to come forward and say things that they're afraid of. And that's why kudos to Ronda Rousey for not keeping her mouth shut. So like that's she she should say whatever is on her mind, right?
Absolutely. I
I
mean,
say this all the time. Silence equals death, like metaphorically and literally. So like
yeah,
that's good.
it's
That's okay.
yeah. I mean, I want to hear what she has to say. I mean, there's a reason she feels that way. I mean, it would be interesting to hear everything down the line. I mean, there's a reason she feels that way. Obviously, there's a there's I think Ace put it best here, and this is a good example that he says he saw on social media. Right message from the wrong person. Yes, Ronda is right about Vince, Johnny, and Bruce, and the company's casting couch culture.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So,
So what her
but
saying
the one thing that I do know, like I heard was she, from what I understand, she talked nothing but positive about Triple H. So I mean, in a way, I think that's a good
that
thing
is absolutely fine.
to show that things are changing, because if he's running the show, I think
I mean, she
that's a good
worked
thing.
with him for her first match in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, uh, do you think that this is an opportunity for her to get on, an interview and talk at lengths about this? If she's saying that the only thing restricting her was a word count for her book, because I don't know how that works. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, damn, I don't really know, to be honest with you. I know I mean, there are.
I mean, hell, she could go on an Instagram live. Like she
Yeah,
can
I mean,
do
that's what she did.
whatever.
I mean, that's what she
Mhm,
did yesterday. But
mhm, mhm.
that's how this came up. But there was nothing else that stood out to me. But it was just very weird. I thought, and her trying to. I'm glad like spoke out about it, because, and I'm glad
She
she
should
speaks
have.
out. Yeah. So, but that's that's something else. Yeah, and it's too bad that she's unhappy, because she was a person that brought a lot of eyes to WWE from like UFC fans. She did. There was a lot of interest in her, but oh well. Something that
Well,
just came out. Oh, go ahead.
she also took a lot of crap from UFC fighters for being there in the first place.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, and she also took a lot of crap for her second run, but like that's something that she can talk about at lengths, because
yeah.
it's her business. That's
So, this is kind of cutting into our script here a little bit, but Roman Reigns he did a very rare interview today. He was on with Pat McAfee on Pat McAfee's live show today, and this is what he said today. This just was tweeted from Fightful's Twitter account. Roman Reigns on calling an audible with The Rock versus Roman Reigns. That small minority of our WWE wrestling fan base weren't a bunch of bitches crying the whole time. He would have never got that buzz, and y'all would have been smitten with The Rock versus Tribal Chief. That's what it was. That's the beauty of this business. Things can
this
happen.
business.
Things can happen on the drop of a dime, and you have to either call an audible or ride that wave that is coming. For me, that was the end game. Whew.
I mean, listen, Roman Reigns does
He's
interviews really rare, and
he's
when
right
he
though.
does, he's so right. I
He's
mean,
right.
Roman Reigns is one of the best, and I like. I understand if you don't like Roman, and you're not supposed to, but like you can't possibly not appreciate the things that like. Granted, he should have lost that title last year. Don't take me wrong. He
Yeah.
should have lost that title last year. But yeah. Um
Yep.
because we talked about Roman Reigns now, do you want to talk about the way the storyline has been, or do you want to leave that for a bit later?
Well, we can go ahead and do that now. It's fine.
Yeah, so
Well,
I
we there. I mean, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was so incredibly entertained by the Rock concert last week on SmackDown. I don't know if this was just me adoring the crap out of the Rock. Probably was, but I saw that he was about to do a concert, and I'm like, oh no, 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 oh no, this is gonna suck. And then it was so incredibly entertaining, and I was like, okay, I'm here for this. Because like he started talking about Cody's mama, and I'm like, oh no, he went
he,
there.
he went there.
He went there, and he was like, I'm like, he said Cody's not gonna, present you with the WWE title. I'm gonna give you the Rock's belt soaked with Cody's blood.
Yeah.
And I'm
Damn.
like, oh no, what are you doing? That is okay. Whew. And then on Monday, this grand old Monday, Cody went out in the ring. He called. By the way, production is getting better and better on Raw, and you can tell because the way the camera work, blends into the ring backstage and then returning, it's like a thing of beauty. You can see that Kevin Dunn is no longer there, and that is such a wonderful thing. It's kind of sad, really, because it could have been this from the very beginning, but it never was. It was that simple. It was that simple. So it's kind of sad. So Cody dressed like money, by the way. I don't understand. People were saying that he was dressed as a funeral person, and I'm like, he was dressed like a fashion icon. I don't know what you guys are saying. He was so good. The only thing missing from his appearance was the belt. I adore, like, Cody dresses like a champion without even being one. And that's always something that I pay attention to. Shout out to our friend Cher. I know she appreciates that because like she understands fashion, not like me. So Cody called The Rock a complication, and that is so good because that is such a simple word. And this is a simple word that dismisses The Rock and everything that he's been doing ever since he came back. That is so good. One word, and it does such great damage to everything that The Rock stands for. He said that he's not a heel, he was an asshole. He said that he was crying behind the scenes all the time. That entire thing, because I saw people on the internet that said, on the interweb, that said, Cody needs to stop crying because he's proving The Rock's point. And I'm like, what is people's problems with crying? It's 2024, okay? You're allowed to get emotional no matter who or what you are, okay? And especially if it's something that is that important to you. It's called not being a sociopath, by the way. Because if Cody all of a sudden turns into someone who's not emotional, that would mean that The Rock was right and The Rock won. That is stupid. Why would Cody stop being Cody? I mean, that is something that I adore most about Cody because he's just so genuine. Like I can see myself into Cody with all the emotions that he's feeling, and he's not ashamed of feeling those emotions, and that's something that people can get behind
Yeah.
for.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So uh, he called the Rock's mother the salt of the earth. That a little nod to MJF. She said that his mom is not afraid of him. He said that the Rock had a little dick syndrome. He called the Rock the Roman side chick, which was pretty good. And then Paul Heyman came out, and that's when the camera work got really, really good. Paul Heyman said that Roman Reigns is a man of his word, and he said that the bloodline will not be on tonight's SmackDown if Cody Rhodes came alone too. And then Cody Rhodes made a Homelander reference, which is something that everyone was talking about during his time at AEW. And I'm like, seriously? Now you do it when you're in WWE? Seriously? Damn it. What do you think of all this?
I loved it. I loved it all. Give it to me more. Just give it. Throw it at me. I was so happy because I'm a 42-year-old man,
You're lying.
and for a little bit last Friday, 17-year-old Rob was
I was a
back.
teenager again. Yeah, I was a teenager
I was
again.
back. I was happy as I could be. It was good. I felt like Attitude Era was back. Just it was just good, like when you're at the edge of your, I wouldn't say at the edge of your seat, but it was just one of those things where I did not want the segment to end. And just unbelievable, that moment. And then I was very curious to see how Cody would respond on Monday. That was what I'm like, he cannot, it was a sink or swim type situation. And I know Cody's not going to sink. He's going to do something. He has to. And he didn't. Like, he did not sink. He delivered. And he delivered really well. Better than I thought he would, which made me even happier.
Yeah.
That promo was really good, really solid, despite how someone may feel about this whole Cody Roman thing going back and forth, like who they want to win. That's fine. I just think this was a spectacular promo by Cody, and with Paul Heyman getting involved, I thought it was even better again. And I liked how they made the deal for tonight's SmackDown for Roman and Cody. Like you said, if Cody shows up by himself, the bloodline won't be in the ring. I'm very curious to see how this goes. So we'll see how this plays out. I'm very interested.
I actually thought that because um when this thing was made official, and I was afraid that it would go stale when WrestleMania time comes because like they have a lot of time and they're both on Raw and SmackDown. It's not as if, they're limited to one show only. And I was afraid that it will go kind of stale, but it hasn't, and I'm so glad. I'm really pumped for this. I'm enjoying how things are going. I can't wait for tonight. And like I'm not working tomorrow either way, so like I can watch like a normal
Yeah.
person. And
Did
there was
you?
no rampage too, so like that's
Yeah.
good.
There you go. Save an extra hour there. This is going a little off topic now, but did you see Drew's recent tweet just recently? I mean, it was today. Like he was
Which one?
when it was the Crimea River tweet video.
Oh no, I haven't seen this.
Oh,
What
I can't
was
play it
it?
because of like we
Is
don't want
he
to get.
singing Crimea River?
Well, he's not singing. It's in the background music,
Oh,
and
is
it's
he
on.
riding his car?
No, he's working out,
Oh
and
my
it
god.
is fan freaking tastic. I can't. Obviously, we can't play it because of the.
Of
We
course,
don't want to
yeah,
get hit
because
with
of
a
yeah,
copyright.
for
Unbelievable,
once.
unbelievable. It was just. I I laughed and I thought it was so well done that I love how
I love
like
this. I love it.
yeah,
I
I do
love it
too. I
so
think
much.
it's great that they refer to some of this AEW stuff going on. I think it's brilliant. I think it's great. I think the fans dig it really, and it adds excitement to everything that's going on. It adds an extra layer of excitement for, again, the minority of fans. Wrestling Twitter is the very small minority of wrestling fans, and I don't think wrestling Twitter realizes that.
Oh, self-entitlement is will also always be, the death of ego. So that's yeah. Um, I'm enjoying this more than I should have. So Drew is the best thing in wrestling the best thing in WWE right now. I'm so pumped, and of course he's so winning that championship, I'm sure, because I can so see that everything that Drew has been telling Seth up until now will come true. Drew is pissed that Seth isn't taking him seriously, and Seth has said this before. Like last week he said that I worry about you least. He said
Mm-hmm.
this to Drew, and that was so good,
Mm-hmm.
because this is gonna come back and bite him in the ass, because Drew is gonna beat him because he wasn't 100% focused, and he really should be. He's a champion. He's the Raw champion, and it's really pissing me off. In kayfabe, it's pissing me off. I know that I'm supposed to be pissed off right now. I adore Seth, like you can see. It's really hard to be a Seth Rollins fan right now, and I'm a huge Seth Rollins fan. Um, so he's he's doing a pretty good job at not caring about that championship that he's holding himself. So might as well give that to Drew. If Drew doesn't win that championship, I'm gonna start wondering if he's signed or not. I really am.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
that makes
or
sense
I
to me.
have no idea if Damian Priest gets involved in this, or he gets involved in uh the Roman and Cody stuff. I have no idea, because like for me, they've made Damian Priest so irrelevant, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah, no, it's damn, we yeah, I think you hit it best, and I am very curious to see about the Damian Priest potential here. I'm very curious to see how this plays out.
I keep forgetting, by the way. I just keep forgetting.
It'll be very interesting to see if that plays a part, because I'm wondering, because I mean right there, that gives you your main event at Backlash. I would
Yeah.
prefer that Damian just hands it in and challenges him for the title, but I understand part of the fun
Is
with
it
the
going to be
Money in the
in
Bank.
Puerto Rico again?
No, it's in France. It's in
Oh,
France.
yeah. Yeah.
France.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
for Seth contract's supposedly up to this year. So
Yeah, Ace Shock is right. Seth and Becky, both contracts are up this year too. But I always kind of feel like, because Seth Rollins is WWE's biggest cheerleader, and it has been for years, for
yeah,
better or for worse, of course. I think he's a WWE lifer. That's how I view it.
I don't think they're that. This is just my opinion, but I don't think they're going anywhere. That's again, that's me. I mean, I
Mhm,
could be
mhm.
wrong, but we have another Roman Reigns tweet that I can put out. This one's gonna be fire too. Here, 1 second, as I pull this up. Jesus, here we go. It's loading right now. Roman Reigns on a comment about CM Punk. I'm not one of them people that is once I got there, it wasn't what I expected. I'm not like CM Punk, where I got to the top of the mountain. Oh, it's not what I expect. I'm going to bitch about it. No, once you reach goals, enjoy the dream. This is what you have been working for. That's exactly what I'm doing. Whew. Roman Reigns.
I mean, chill out, bro.
Demon Diva. I get it.
Oh my god, Issa's having the time of her life right now.
I'm gonna have to clip that and send it to her. My God. Whew. I want to see what people think about that quote.
I mean, that's
Man.
potential future main events for pay-per-views. So that's it. Yeah, yeah. So I will never be against that. Like I'm.
Ace just gave me an idea. We should get your reaction to that video. So you should watch it on Twitter. Of the Drew McIntyre video. Now we got to do it where
watch it right now.
Yeah, but can you get it where we can't hear the audio?
I'm gonna mute my microphone.
There you go. Perfect. So okay. So I'll keep talking while Maggie's doing this. I want to hear what people think about what Roman just said, because I think a lot of people feel that same way. I really do. It's very interesting. I mean, he's spitting fire on this Pat McAfee show, obviously, and like I said, we don't get to see Roman.
Okay, I'm playing the video.
Okay, so you're watching now. So we'll just kind of sit here, I guess. I don't know. I wish you can hear it. I can't hear you, so. But so for those who are watching right now, Maggie's watching the we're going to get Maggie's reaction to Drew McIntyre recent tweet. She's watching the video. But this is good. So Ace says Punk has always there we go. Punk has always been a perfectionist. Oh man. Maria says Punk first Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Let's see what else we got here. Anton says, "Oh well, Roman, tell us how you really feel, bro. Tell me when I'm telling lies."
Okay, what the fuck?
Your reactions were great.
He should have broken some glass.
Oh Jesus, yeah. I still think it was perfect.
Oh man, I'm glad that they're doing that, because again, Jesus, you're making me smudge my eye medicine. People, don't do that.
Don't blame me, bro. Blame Drew. Not my fault.
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet about it. Hey, Drew, you're making me cry and smudge my medicine. Okay. I like how things are going right now, because that is, he said it himself, that he's the one keeping CM Punk relevant, as he is not there right now. And he really is. He's being a dick about it, and I adore him for that. Because, like, that's the thing that Punk does best. He likes to talk shit, And I'm kind of sure that CM Punk is laughing the hardest right now, right? Like I'm not wrong here, because like Drew does it in such a hilarious way. Because like it doesn't matter if he means it or not. I'm sure that even if it is in kayfabe, I'm sure that there is a huge percentage of him that's really feels that way. I'm sure. But like, he's so good. that is what I'm here for. Okay? And now, like, he gets me hyped about a match that isn't even close to being a thing. Do you
Not yet,
think that,
anyways.
yeah, not yet anyway. So do you think that CM Punk can get involved as a special guest referee in the match?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think they want to go that route yet.
He can be on
I
commentary
He could definitely be on commentary, which would be really good.
yeah.
Because if he could, that would be worth it. Because if he could take a bump, that would be good. If he can, because you can
I'm
do like
sure
that.
that I will prefer if he takes a bump the moment when he's cleared and not a second
Well, I mean
before.
that's the thing. They won't let him do. They won't let him
Yeah,
do.
because
They
I
won't if
worry
he's not
too
cleared.
much.
He won't. Yeah,
Yeah,
if he's not
I'm
cleared, they won't let him take a bump. So
yeah, sure.
that's. I mean that's that.
I'm
But
surprised no one in the chat has noticed that my glasses are new. Guys, I'm wearing new glasses. None of you noticed. I know that they're exactly like my old ones, but
Ryan, he's not here right now, but he said that they even have glasses in Bulgaria.
yeah, I
Oh,
know.
no, but
Jesus.
so let's before we go on to talk AEW here. They announced that the Slammies are coming back. Are you
What?
excited? Yeah.
I actually am. I actually am.
So
Because I'm a huge AJ Lee fan. I don't know if you know this.
I've heard Fightful
You
Select and
know?
Report. Yeah.
Yes. And I will never forget that AJ Lee was Diva of the Year, even though she wasn't champion at the time. And she was running around, skipping with the slammy in her hand. I love that. Um, I know that it's gonna be nothing like that, but like when I think of the Slammies, I think of AJ Lee. I know that is such a huge reach. By the way, I know, but like, give me some slack. Cut me some slack. I just miss her so much. I want AJ Lee back, and I do not appreciate bitchy wrestling sites. Oh, AJ Lee, if she comes back, she would want a, memorable run and not a one-off thing. And I'm like, do not give me false hope, you fucking idiots. I will
Yeah.
hunt you down and scalp you.
Wow.
Okay?
Jesus. Well, right now you can vote on the Slammies, the Fans Choice Awards at www.com/Slammies. So you can do that. Here are the nominations. We'll go through those real quick before we move on. Female Superstar of the Year: Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Io Sky, Becky Lynch. Male Superstar of the Year: Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Seth freaking Rollins, Gunther, Logan Paul. Best Entrance: Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Bianca Belair, Seth freaking Rollins, Rhea Ripley, The Rock, Dominic Mysterio from WrestleMania 39. The Return of the
Yes.
Year: CM Punk, The Rock, Nia Jax, Randy Orton, Naomi. Faction of the Year: The Judgment Day, Alpha Academy, Imperium, The Bloodline, Damage Control. Rivalry of the Year: Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio, Bianca Belair, Damage Control. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, R-Truth, and Judgment Day. NXT Superstar of the Year: Ilya Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes, Lyra,
Valkyria.
thank you, Tiffany Stratton, Braun Breaker. And then Match of the Year: Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest, San Juan Street Fight from Backlash. Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber 2023. Gunther versus Chad Gable at the September 4th Raw. Asuka versus Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 39. The Oh My God moment of the year: Rey Mysterio punches Dirty Dom SmackDown March 24th. CM Punk returns to the WWE. Io Sky cashing in at the Money in the Bank. The Rock slaps Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40 press conference. Damage Control turns on Bayley. Cody Rhodes slaps The Rock. The Social Star of the Year: I guess social media, maybe? I don't know what they
Yeah.
mean by that.
Mhm.
Okay, social media. Grayson Waller, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, Chelsea Green, Liv Morgan. I think Drew McIntyre's got this wrapped up now, but if it's
I
just
mean, if it doesn't, they're rigged. Okay.
yeah. Breakout superstar of the year: Jey Uso, Tiffany Stratton, Pretty Deadly,
Tiffy time.
Dragon Lee, LA Knight. So there you go.
How can LA? This is so ridiculous. How can LA Knight be a breakout star of the year? The dude has been around for quite some
Well,
time.
I mean,
I
but technically,
understand what
well, I
they're
mean,
mean. I know what
Jey,
they mean.
Jey
I know
Uso.
what
I
they
mean,
mean.
yeah.
But like LA Knight has been in WWE for years now. How can they call it a breakout star? By the way, I'm a fan of LA Knight, okay? LA Knight, yeah. But like the fact that he's gonna lose to AJ Styles at WrestleMania makes me kind of want to puke in my mouth a bit.
See, that's the
Just a
thing.
little bit.
Like, everybody's been saying that he's going to win, and I think part of the problem is we're both just huge
I know. I
AJ
know.
marks and stands. The thing is I think it actually helps. I think it helps LA Knight if he loses. And now hear me out, because I think they want him to be a heel. I really do, but I don't know how they can do that with if he's going to be doing the yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, there's really no way in hell it's going to work for him to be a heel. So
Yeah.
never mind.
People adore everyone adores LA Knight. Believe me, and I'm one of these people.
Never
But
mind
like
on my part, because I didn't think it through.
no.
So now,
And
okay, so this is the problem here now with LA Knight.
yeah.
If WWE does not want to, like, if they want to slow him down, like, where they kind of had that, last year, like, they don't want that push, they don't want him at that point. If they have him lose to AJ Styles, that kind of like slows his momentum a little bit.
No,
I'm
they're
very
not. People aren't gonna let it go. I know that they're kind of slowed down because of Cody, because Cody is the most over thing right now in
just
that entire
let me
company.
have this. I need AJ to win, okay? Just let me have AJ win.
Rob, I will not care about people bitching on the internet that their favorite right now has lost because it's AJ. Okay? I will not mind. I won't mind. And this is not Baron Corbin beating Kurt Angle, by the way. I'm not talking about that because that was a huge mistake back then. It's still a huge mistake right now. But there's certain things that shouldn't be happening. And one of those things is LA Knight losing to AJ Styles. I know that AJ Styles isn't the AJ Styles from, 3 or 4 years ago. I get that. But he's still AJ fucking Styles. No.
Yeah.
I am in this. Yes, I am being, biased. I am being biased. I know that he's gonna get over. People are gonna love him for that, and they're gonna forget about it and everything because because I saw people have the audacity to compare the way LA Knight is over with the way Daniel Bryan was over during the Yes movement. And I'm like, are you people, you need mental help. Okay. Are you comparing Daniel Bryan to LA Knight? Because I'm going to slap you. No, like never do that. Of course, people adore both superstars. And I get that. People just, like everything that LA Knight has been doing. Believe me, I'm one of these people. Never did I think that he was going to beat Roman Reigns for the title because that ain't happening. No matter how over you are, I thought that the way things were going, he was going to beat Logan Paul for the US Championship at WrestleMania. But that's not where we're going. And if this is still a thing, then it would mean that neither Kevin Owens or Randy Orton will beat Logan Paul at WrestleMania. And that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes. Motor City Machine Guns. Where did they go?
Yep. Well, that's their contracts are up pretty soon, as it's been reported by PW Insider reported it, and Fightful confirmed that their contracts are up very soon. So probably at the end of the month, they're probably up. I'm guessing the way it sounds. Where do they go? That's a good question because
Where do you go My lovely,
if
where do you go? I wanna know. Okay, I'm done.
where do you go?
Oh, oh,
Hadaway, right?
where do
Hadaway,
you?
right? That's
Yeah,
the guy. Yeah. There you go, Soupy. You got
you
more.
got it. That's your for next week.
Jesus. Um, I know, like, I see them being an AEW team. I just do. I know a lot of people want WWE to bring people in, which don't get me wrong, they do. I just don't see them being a WWE tag team. The one thing that I think would fit for Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin is Alex Shelley really likes his job. Like, he likes working outside of wrestling. He's
He
a
does, and he has a really serious full-time job.
yeah, and he can do that with AEW.
He
Now, I
can do
will say
that in
this.
WWE.
Well, what I was going to say is in WWE, things have changed big time.
Yeah.
You know, so there's possibility they can work that into a contract. I'm not saying they will, but it's always possible. You know, it's one of those things. I would, if anything, I would at least like them to see them maybe. And WWE doesn't do this, so this is just me like wishing again. It's fantasy booking. I'd like to see them do a. If they don't sign a contract with WWE, I'd at least like to see them wrestle some tag teams. But that's just me.
Okay,
You
Rob,
know,
listen to me. WWE is sending Shayna Baszler at Bloodsport, so I kind of feel like rules are out of the window right now.
that's true. I mean,
Yeah, I feel like everything's possible. It's wrestling and it's 2024. It kind of sucks, but not for wrestling. Um, I adore Motor City Machine Guns. We have been on our show for more than 2 years now, and whenever we make predictions for Impact or TNA pay-per-views, yes, we almost never root against Motor City Machine Guns. So it's yes, they do really go to a lot of indie shows, and they adore doing that. And it's it's really hard to tell because we have no idea what they want, right? Do they
yeah. I
want
mean,
to
it's
just do tag team wrestling? Do they want more money?
I
Alex
don't know.
Shelley, yes, you said it yourself. Alex Shelley adores his job, and it's a really serious job that he's doing because he's helping people. And yes, he can do that in AEW that we know of. Uh, but he can maybe do it at WWE now because it's new management. It's a whole new world.
Yeah.
So
We got
Disney,
Hadaway. We got Aladdin soundtrack.
Aladdin. By the way, this is my all-time favorite Disney song. Uh, it's not my favorite Disney
Oh,
movie.
so I
Beauty
let it
and the
go.
Beast is.
Okay.
No, no.
I was kidding. Just I was joking. Ever.
Yeah. So granted, they can stay in TNA. That's also a thing because when they're in TNA, they can do whatever. Apparently, they can also
Well,
hop on the Royal Rumble.
yeah.
So
Well, TNA. I don't know what the hell's going on there. I mean, obviously,
I also don't
if
know.
people are not getting contracts, like full contracts, are getting pay per appearance. That's not going to last too much longer. I like for a lot of people, they don't want that because that's not good. That's for some it might work, but I don't see a lot of them like accepting that or wanting to do that. They'd prefer to go somewhere where they can know they're going to be guaranteed money, I would think, but that's again what I'm guessing. I can't say what the person that in their shoes would do. I'm just going with what I think most people would do. Anyways, well, we haven't talked to AEW, so let's talk a little AEW. What was your favorite part from this past Wednesday night? We had a 3-hour AEW Dynamite with
Yeah, it was
Dynamite
drag.
and then 2 hour Dynamite and then 1 hour of Collision or excuse me Rampage.
Rampage.
I obviously the Edge Christian match was great.
Of course.
I that was great. I loved it because I'm a hockey fan. There was a
Sure.
really cool moment for hockey fans and with the Boston Bruins jersey being put on Christian Cage, which I guarantee you he did not like, but he did it for the story purpose, which is good. So that was good to see. I really enjoyed that. I liked Will Ospreay. Uh, Will Ospreay's great. I think my tweet the other night said it best. Tony Schiavone trying to turn face with me, calling Don Callis you bald ass. First time Tony Schiavone has made me laugh in a long time, so kudos to him. When
Yeah.
he said "you bald ass" to Don Callis, I was like, I was done. I laughed, and I was just because Don Callis, I just can't like. He does his job really well. He does his job
Yeah,
really
he
well.
does. He does. He tries to stay face, to catch the no, like we're undefeated outside of the Callis family.
Before we go on, we got a humper chat from our good friend, our good friend Soupy. My computer froze for a second, I think there, or I couldn't see anything. Our good friend Soupy, he said that yes, I had a really bad day yesterday, so just sending some love your way. Well, Soupy, very sorry you had a bad day yesterday. You know how much you mean to both Maggie and I. So
I'll talk to you after the show, sweetie.
Yeah, so I'm sorry to hear that your day was not good. Anytime you need to talk to myself, you know me, I'm here. And Maggie's the same. So nothing but love for you. And sorry you had a bad day, man. But anytime you need anything, you know where to go.
Yes, please.
So
if you're ready, of course. Like
yeah,
this.
yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Going back to
Dynamite, yes.
Yeah. What do you think of Adam Cole's segment?
Yeah. So this was so brilliantly done because like we haven't seen Wardlow at all. And he's like, I'm so disappointed. Like he's the disappointed father. you know? Yes. He was so disappointed. He was like, now you're banished to your room. Your job now is to make sure that the Undisputed Kingdom don't lose their championships because you couldn't get one for yourself. And I was like, that's good. That's planting seeds right there. And he looked good doing that. Like why haven't we done this before? Because in a pre-recorded video, and this wasn't backstage, this was yes, I am planning to rescue him because this I haven't been enjoying the Undisputed Kingdom whatsoever.
I don't think anybody really has.
Yeah, and that's bugging me because each and every person from the Undisputed Kingdom is one of my favorites. This shouldn't be a thing. How can you take multiple pluses and they all equal minus? Why? math and math and Rob. This yeah, that's not enjoyable. So I think that this is a good start to get things back on track. Because the way things were going, I thought that the only thing that could save this is MJF returning. But I don't like we don't have a date for that. We don't even know what the guy is doing. Like we just don't know. So I enjoyed this because it furthers a story that hasn't even been told. We've seen glances, we've seen side eyes from Wardlow because he and Adam Cole was like, he made a mistake on purpose, during the promo. He said my title, I mean your title, or something like that. I can't remember what it was like specifically, but it was a good thing. Hopefully they do this in the future, not exactly this, but something, something like that. So I enjoyed it. Hook and Jericho was kind of entertaining because like we saw multiple suplexes, and I'm like, okay, I can get on board, but only if Hook wins here. He won by a really, really good roll up. It was or like a small package of sort. No, it wasn't a roll up. It was a small package, but I hate small packages or roll ups. I hate them, but in this instant, it worked. It looked good. But then after that, Jericho was like, "I have a proposition for you," and I'm like, You,
Uh,
you said that was gonna be it. You liar. You said that it was all that you desired. Liar. That was Korn. I'm quoting Korn here. No. Get him away. No. That's not happening. So I bottom line is I enjoyed that Hook won. That's all I'm gonna say. Mercedes Monet, I noticed something that really made my day. Right out of the gate, she came to the ring and played a video package of a lot of her accomplishments that WWE never even mentioned.
yeah,
Yeah,
because she did it
like
on her
her
own.
on her own. Like I put together myself the video package. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I believe you. Mm, She showed her walking the red carpet for the Mandalorian, on Paris Week fashion stuff that I have no idea about. She showed everything. Good. That's great. That's yeah.
Tony Khan.
I mean,
Oh,
she's just
she
having fun.
she
Okay.
retweeted that, by the way. She
Yeah,
retweeted
girls
this.
just want to have fun. Okay, like
Yeah.
she's yeah.
By the way, before that, did you see what she did for a fan?
Yeah.
There was a fan the other night that was a huge fan of hers, and he posted a picture of him standing by the TV when maybe this was a couple weeks. I can't remember when this was, but he posted a picture of himself standing by the TV, and she said that she was going to send him a better TV, and he actually just tweeted this a little bit ago, and here it is.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not. She actually sent it to him. He said thank you for the TV, and
She
like,
bought a TV.
yeah,
Hey,
because he was watching from like an older TV, like non HD TV, and she says she was
sweetie,
going to
I
send
need
him
a new AC because I'm pretty sure that the problems I've been having for weeks now are because it's fucking cold in my apartment. Do you want to buy me an AC?
Jesus, Maggie.
I mean, if that's how it works.
Soupy. Got another one for you.
I mean, I don't have an AC. It's been 5 years, Robert. 5 years.
Okay, Booker T. Jesus.
Okay, let's move on before I say something stupid.
uh,
Yeah, Ospreay.
okay. Yeah, Will Ospreay's the best.
Yeah, Will Ospreay looks so incredibly happy that he's there. I love seeing that. That's it. I love seeing people be in love with whatever the hell they're doing. He said that Brian Danielson's shoes were too small for him, bruv.
Bro.
Oh, he just gets it, okay? Will Ospreay just gets it. I know that I was gonna be incredibly okay if Will Ospreay went to WWE, but right now I kind of feel like it would have been a mistake because I don't know if he would have had the opportunity to be this in WWE. I don't know if he could.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, poor Shibata.
Hell of a bread though.
He's in the middle of something that is none of his business and does not concern him at all. Bryan Danielson beat him on Collision, and Ospreay is like, I can beat Shibata, and then Shibata is like, what the hell did I do? Why am I getting in the middle of this? I'm gonna enjoy the match immensely, by the way, because Bryan Danielson versus Shibata was a masterpiece at Collision. Like,
let me get to
Shibata.
Let me get to Eric's super chat before he goes. He says, "Hi team, thoughts on BCC not being in the tag tourney?" Well,
I'm sure
it sounds like
is going on.
Well, yeah, Moxley's been on away. He's been on.
Yeah, he hasn't been wrestling at all.
Which is time off. He is scheduled next week for shows in either Mexico or Japan, or maybe both. So he's going to be wrestling again soon. So I think that's just the way it worked. It just
there's a reason for that. I know that it made 0 sense that they weren't in the tag tournament because they beat FTR at Revolution and then FTR in the tag tournament and they're not. I know that it sounds iffy, but I'm sure that there's a reason for that. And we don't always know 100% of the truth. Okay, so like that's I know that there's a reason for that. Copeland and Christian. That was a really fun match. Copeland holding the TNT Championship. Hopefully we can, because I still wasn't ready for Christian to not be, TNT champion, with the patriarchy. I hope that this gimmick is still a thing in the future because I'm not ready to let it go.
They can't go away from it yet.
Yeah, that's money. That's incredibly entertaining, and I'm not ready to let it go. Let it go. There you go. So and I'm happy, and like they use the spike low blow. I laughed a lot. Kudos for them to tying people with handcuffs in a really, really imaginative way. I don't know if anyone can get out of that because like they, in the corner of the ring with, their hands behind and everything. I'm sure that they've done it before, but like my mind sucks and I have no memory of that. Also, the women tore the house down. I'm so excited because we had Thunder Rose and Deonna Purrazzo versus Toni Storm and Mariah May. They also had Chris and Willow versus Kai and Julia in Street Fight. That was a really, really good street fight. And in my eyes, this match made Sky Blue. Really? She stood out for me a lot. And Sky Blue was already a woman to be, who stood out in my eyes already because I feel like we saw her get better and better in the ring in front of our eyes because like she was. Where was she before AEW? Was she doing indies only?
Yeah.
Only indies. Yeah. So she developed in the ring a lot in the last 2 years. But this match, I remember, a lot of spots which she was a part of. The code blue on the announce table was sick. It was so sick. And the power bomb into the tags, and then she shoved thumbtacks in was it Chris's mouth? Yeah, in Chris's mouth, and she super kicked her. That
made me happy.
Yeah. I really like this match. I don't know if you've noticed, but every time AEW give women a street fight or a hardcore match involving women, they always make a point
that they should put them on more.
Yeah, because like they should, because this 3 hours of AEW television started with a woman. In the middle, they had a women's match, which was good because they developed a storyline there. Deonna Purrazzo was not a fan of Thunder Rosa blind tagging herself in and then pinning the champion herself. So that's
I like
interesting.
what I like about that is sets up something for Deanna after like Tony Storm. That way, that's
Yeah,
what I like about that.
absolutely. Like they developed more stories in one match, and then they finished off with the women's street fight. I
Right.
I love it. I love it because we did have a last woman standing match to main event Raw, Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax, and I feel like it's time that I admit that Nia Jax did come back better.
Yeah,
I
I would
I'm
agree.
glad that she did. Kudos for her for proving anyone wrong, me included, because I was so afraid. You know, uh,
Yeah,
it was an excellent main event, and I adore announced table spots because Becky Lynch delivered a massive leg drop on Nia Jax on the announce table, and Nia did not come stand up. So in a over at AEW, Sky Blue with the code red. I adore the fact that AEW announce table just refused to collapse. They they never collapse, and I'm like, what is this a thing?
yeah.
Like
I don't know.
they never collapse whatsoever. And yeah, I like where things are going. Do you think? Do you think that this week's AEW 3 hour of television was an experiment in order for them to see if this can be a thing?
I don't think so. But I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know honestly. I really don't. I mean, it obviously could have been. Part of me just doesn't want it to be. I think 1 3 hour show is enough. Um, but
I'm not saying how, because I don't want it either, but like for me, it showed that this was the only way that Rampage can be enjoyable to fans in the building because they know that it's live and it's airing right after Dynamite and they were hyped about it
yeah,
because I feel like the house is really dead when I'm sorry, what the hell? I feel like Rampage shows are always kind of dead because I always feel like they should tape those before Dynamite
they should
because
definitely tape those before
they
Dynamite.
yeah, and Shot said so last week on our show, and he's really right. They should do that, but like if they're gonna do that, either way, it's gonna be a 3 hour show because they're gonna watch Rampage and then Dynamite, and like, I
Yeah,
don't know. Maybe they're planning. They maybe they've tried to tip their toes into the water and see if it can work,
yeah.
but I suppose we're gonna see.
Well, Maggie, let's have you plug your shit, please.
Guys, you can find me on Twitter or X or whatever at Maggie_IK and on Instagram at Maggie.IK. Thank you, Rob.
All right, guys, you can follow me on Twix at Rob Wilkins. Otherwise, I am on Instagram at Fight4Rob. I am also on Threads at Fight4Rob. We also are going to end the show with 2 dad jokes. I got 2 today,
Okay.
Maggie. Are you ready?
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. If you never owned a telescope, it's definitely worth looking into. Authorities have confirmed the man who fell from the nightclub roof was not a bouncer. All
You
right.
jerk.
Yeah, I thought. Guys, also this week, either tomorrow or Sunday, we will be dropping another Fightful Movie Club review. Myself and Gisberto are dropping a review with Janai Kai. of MLW, we review the 1984 classic, The Karate Kid. Had a good time talking to her, talking about this fun movie that you should definitely see if you haven't. If you haven't, where have you been living? Because it's a classic.
William
check that out.
Zabka is the true Karate Kid, by the way. Ralph
Billy
Macchio sucks.
But yeah, we have some good ones. We have Royce Isaacs, going to be on one from. He's been in New Japan. We reviewed Training Day with him, so pretty cool. Then we have another one after that, which we'll announce soon too. So looking forward to that, guys. Sean Rossap just dropped a new Fightful Select Q&A on Select, so you can go listen to that. You're gonna have the Weekender on Fightful Select tonight. You have Kate and Alexis on the SmackDown post show. I'm assuming Sean will drop by for that. You also have Alex Sour Graps on Fightful Select. Tomorrow night you have no AEW Collision post show tomorrow because they're off for Maggie's favorite tournament of the year, NCAA basketball tournament.
Sure. I know what that is.
That's why I said it. But
I totally know what that is.
I know. So, and then you got In the Weeds Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then we have a new show on Sunday. It's called Wrestling Made Me Cry. Yeah, so check that out. And then you have on Wednesdays Indeed Wrestling with Reg and Mike Indeed. And then of course you got Grab City tomorrow with Phil and Reg. They always have a good time. Very, very entertaining and always good points on that show. Good points. I like that show. I feel like I'm missing. Oh, the Spotlight on Thursdays. Got a lot going on there. So all kinds of good stuff. And then of course the bump.
The hump?
The hump. I said the bump, didn't I? Yeah,
the bump.
The bump. The bump. The bump. Eh. Who cares? They don't. Yeah, whatever. Sometimes I tried promoting, and you know what? The main thing is I made the sacrifice because I'm a team player.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maggie, if I had a Dave & Buster's, I'd probably go to it. You know that?
Yeah, Dave & Buster's, damn it.
Oh, by the way, Steven Jensen did confirm this was
After
him.
this game right now, the Sounds are down 5-0. At First Tennessee Park, Kai Beach, Fox 17 News.
He did.
I know. I was shocked. Because he posted a video, and I texted him, "Is that really you?"
Okay.
And then I proposed to him.
And you always have this one too.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
She should do that to The Rock.
We got this one. I don't know if I played this one yet. Let's see here.
I like the way you do business.
Got this one from Roman Reigns.
Exactly. No pop.
Got another
Big
one
pop.
from Roman Reigns.
But see, Cody, he's an idiot.
Oh, God.
I guess that means you need to shut the fuck up. That's what I do if I don't have no army. I would fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
That's a Jeremy one. And then this one.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
Did I play this one yet?
Happy anniversary!
There we go.
Maybe we can end the show.
Yeah, we are going to end the show now. I was just kind of just being dumb here for a minute. Yeah, I don't got anything else to play. Oh, well. Thanks, guys. We hope you have a great weekend. Well, we got a lot of comments here. Let me just make sure we didn't miss any super chats here. Nope, didn't miss any. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out, my friends. Bye-bye.